NorCal, 209 King of Comedy. It's Rick without the K. James presents, in my opinion, podcast.
This next topic we're going to talk about, and I thought of this topic because my cousin was telling me this shit. He was telling me he got a phone call, was going to go see somebody because they were having a engagement party. So I want to know from you guys, what is the length of time? And I guess you can add in COVID if you want, because people are making an excuse like, well, I didn't have a housewarming party or an engagement party because of COVID. But I feel like there's like a 90-day period is what I'm telling people. Yeah. If you're celebrating an engagement party fucking 2 years later, you're just really trying to get gifts, man. And I think white people are really good at that shit. White people, like, you guys are good at making housewarming parties, making, like, parties to get gifts. That's a white person thing, right? You know what I mean?
Mexicans come over to the housewarming parties just to eat.
I will say this. Shout out, something that's not on the topic is I tell people the only good thing that I've seen, not the only thing, but the good thing that white people have made up is Secret Santa. And I think it's like crap. You would have thought like they grew up like Latinos do with fucking 50 million cousins or some shit, because that is a great goddamn idea. You know what I mean? Like everybody should just one present. That's it. Because then I grew up. I don't know about you guys. I grew up with like 50 fucking cousins. Yeah. So to try to provide for every family and every cousin, that nobody could do that shit. Not no Latino. So Secret Santa, shout out to white people for that. But for this other shit, housewarming and engagement shit, I'm gonna shoot it over to you. Do you think there's a time limit, or just as long as they're still getting engaged or some shit?
I think it has to be within like the first 3 months. Honestly, like if you get engaged, you have to do that thing like ASAP. Like you said, 9 months later, like. No, if it's already been a year, dude, like, if you guys are longer engaged, you guys are damn near married now, and if you ain't, you're divorced, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'd say within the first 3 months.
How about a housewarming?
I don't.
Is that about 3 months, too?
I don't even know why people do housewarmings. Like, I don't.
You've never been at a housewarming party?
I
give 3 months, because that's it, man.
Yeah, like, I've been invited to them, but I'm just like, no, dude, you know what I mean? Just let me know when you make dinner. I'm going to come over and see your house. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, for
and then
real.
they go to register themselves and shit, where you're like, man, are you...
The one I can't get now is the gender reveals. You know, with my last pregnancy, my mom wanted to do a gender reveal. I was like, for what? You know? This time, I was like, no, we're not doing
Isn't that part of the baby shower? Or that's a different fucking...
No, it's different. It's like
see what I mean?
God it's a whole new thing. You know what I mean?
It's a whole different party?
Yeah, a whole different party. You don't bring gifts to this one. Even though people bought me gifts.
Oh, my God.
Like, they...
He's looking at it like, God damn, bro.
I was like, this is just expensive. I told my mom, I was like, I'm not paying for it. If you want to pay for it, go ahead.
Yeah, just a get-together, man. People don't understand how expensive a get-together is.
Yeah, it really is. So that's one that I can't stand right now, is those gender reveal parties. Yeah. They're just ridiculous. Like, ridiculous.
You know, I hadn't thought about these kinds of parties being mostly Caucasian, but now that you mention it, you're right. Yeah. It never occurred to me to do a housewarming.
You have a lot of black friends. They're like, "Hey, man, I just bought a house. Come to my housewarming party." Yeah. Fuck no. No, I don't think I've ever been invited by any black people.
When I bought my house, we bought everything we needed to live in our house. So I wasn't expecting, people to, I need a can opener. Let's have a party. Right. I bought a can opener. I know what kind I like. And so, that stuff never occurred to me. And I guess we've been invited to a few, but I don't even remember ever going to. The gender reveal thing, when my daughter was born, or for the shower, we did a cake during the shower. The inside was pink, and that was it. It was during the baby shower, and we had a cake, and the inside was pink, and we already knew.
Yeah.
So that was just something fun for everybody else. We didn't blow anything up or start any forest fires or kill anybody.
No.
We just...
we have to sacrifice it's some weird shit. It was just a pink cake, and that was it. Yeah. But other than that, telling people to come over and buy me stuff for my new house, you could afford a house, buy your own spatula. I will tell you, here's the secret to that, is like most parties, is you ask what they're having. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're having a housewarming party. What kind of food you having?
That's what I'm saying.
So if they're serving some cheap shit, then I ain't coming over, goddamn. You know what I mean? You're just trying to get an expensive ass gift from me because you're serving me white people tacos. Now, I'm going to tell you what white people tacos are, too. That's the ground beef shit. Mexicans don't eat that shit with the hard shell. The Taco Bell, that's white people tacos and shit.
Yeah.
And I've had white people come to my parties and be like, "Where's the other tacos?" And I'm like, "I was all, oh, that cheap shit." Like, no, man, we have carne asada and fucking chicken. Like, Taco Bell's right down the street. So
that's why I said my cousin, he just got his first apartment or whatnot, and I just straight up told my cousin, "Let me know when you make dinner." Like I'll come by. You know what I mean? Hang out. And like that's mainly, and that's usually what people say when they the Hispanics or the black people, they'll say it like, "Oh, come over for a barbecue."
Right.
You know what I mean? Bring some beer and you're good. You know what I mean? So yeah, all these housewarming parties, I'm just like, okay. Or what about the divorce parties? Have you seen those?
I've never seen those. I should have had 2 of them.
I inadvertently
I thought the party was getting divorced.
Right?
So shit, I was like, yeah.
Everybody I worked with decided to give me one when I told my wife and I were splitting up, and she moved and got a duplex across the street from mine. So she moved across the street. Yeah, she lived right across the street. But we were in a cul-de-sac, so our boys could just run back and forth all summer long. So that was cool. That part was cool.
I'd just be hiring hookers
But
every other night.
And I worked a graveyard shift, and all the girls that I worked with at night decided we were going to have a party at my house in the morning, right when I got off work. She was going to be home. She had the boys, and so all these girls were coming to my house to have there was only one other guy. He was going to barbecue. And we had music going on, and within 15 minutes, my phone rings. Says, "Hey, you got food over there? How about I send the boys over to?"
Be like, no, it's not that kind of party. Everybody's naked right now.
Right? We're not eating that. We are eating.
I'd be like, every time I answer the door, I need you to give me a kiss. All right? The new girl, nice to see you.
That's crazy. How long did that work out for?
Living across the street.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think that worked for about a year or so, and then she met some guy from Michoacan, and that was the end of us getting along.
Yeah. You know, he was all machismo.
Right.
We ain't living across the street from that
That was the
motherfucker.
end of that.
Oh yeah. My friend did that. His ex baby mama or whatever you want to call her, his ex or his baby mama, lived like 5 houses down from him on the same street. And that was awkward, where I was like, and I guess she just got a good deal on it or whatever. But, that was, I couldn't see living across the street, down the street. Like, I don't even like the fact that she lives in the same city as me. But I think that feeling's mutual. So.
Boy, Charlie Murphy, my main man, Ric James. That's the one you think, the comedian Ric James. Get up.
I can't hear my neighbor crying, I can't breathe.
Please hit the subscribe button down low so you can see all new clips, all new episodes coming to you.